A very good morning, students. Welcome back to the online class. Today is our EVS class. Yes, no? Last class, what we have completed in EVS? Can you all remember? Chapter number 7 in science part. That was your teeth. About our teeth we have learnt. Right? The two types of teeth. That is milk teeth and permanent teeth. And what and all the teeth plays. Yes, no, to speak, to eat the food. Yes, no, everything we have learned. And the parts of the tooth. Yes, no, that also we have learned. Crown, enamel, dentine, pulp, gum, the root part, everything. Right? And the different types of teeth, what it is. There are 4 different types of teeth. It is incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Right? You all can remember. And I hope till that your notes is completed. Yes, no, your teeth, till your teeth, till the lesson your teeth, the notes should be completed. And now we are starting with the next new chapter in social. In science part, if you want, you can take out your textbook and see in the science part, the lesson number 7, that was your teeth. That was the last lesson. It is over. Now, remaining 2 chapters are there in social part. Okay, we are going to complete that. Now, the last 9th chapter, and after this, another one 10th chapter is there in social part. Okay, 9th chapter, what it is? Soils of India. Soils of India. We are going to learn the different types of soils in our India. Okay, if you want, take out your textbook. But what I told before only, if you take out your textbook, take your pencil and sit. And those who don't have your textbook, take out your rough notebook. Yes, no, take out your rough notebook. Which is important thing, I'll write here. You can note down in your rough note. Okay, and those who have the textbook, you can underline in the textbook. Which is the important thing I tell, you can underline. Those who don't have textbook, what you should do? Take out your rough note and write down. Understood? Now, soils of India. This chapter we are going to learn. It is page number 304. Okay, in your textbook, it is page number 304. Then what is soil? What is the soil? The uppermost layer of the earth's surface. Uppermost layer of the earth's surface is called soil. Those who have textbook, what you should do? Underline this. It is first line itself in your textbook. Underline. Those who don't have textbook, take out your rough note and you can note down. Okay. I'm repeating again. Soil. What is soil? Uppermost layer of the earth's surface. The uppermost layer of the earth's surface is soil. And how we are getting this soil? By the rocks. The rocks are breaking down into small pieces. It takes more years, thousands of years together it takes. To what? To break down the rock into soil. Okay. And there are different types of soil. Which are those? I'll explain you, okay? Don't worry, I'll explain. Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, and desert or sandy Soil. Okay, these things we are going to learn in this class about soil. What is soil? How it is formed? Everything we are going to learn, and the different types of soil we are going to learn. Which are the different types of soil? Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, and desert or sandy soil. This last thing you all can remember. Yes, no, desert means we just think of the camels. Yes, no, that Rajasthan place, the camels, everything will just, it will be in front of our eyes. Yes, no, we'll just imagine. Desert means we'll just imagine about Rajasthan place. Yes, no. Now we are going to start with the chapter. It is soil. See, the uppermost layer of the earth's surface is called soil. The uppermost layer of the earth's surface is called soil. Soil is a mixture of mineral particles, rock sediments, water, air, and humus. Okay, soil is a mixture of mineral particles. It is a mixture of mineral particles, rock sediments, water, air, and humus. These are all the mixture of soil. Okay, these all things together making soil. See, once again, I'll repeat. Soil is a mixture of mineral particles, rock sediments, water, air, and humus. These are all together make a soil. Those are the textbook. Underline. And others you can note down. Soil is a mixture of mineral particles. Soil is a mixture, M-I-X-T-U-R-E. Soil is a mixture of mineral particles, rock sediments, water, air, and humus. Okay, soil is a mixture of mineral particles, rock sediments, water, air, and humus. Formation of soil is a very slow process. The formation of the soil, as I told just before when I told about this, I told you all. Formation of the soil, it is very slow process. It takes thousands of years to form a layer of soil. It takes thousands of years to form one layer of the soil. The rocks breaking down into pieces. It takes thousands of years. We are not breaking down the rocks to make the soil. Yes, no, we are not. By the strong winds, the rocks are breaking down into small particles. Through that, soil is formed. Understood? It takes thousands of years to form one layer of soil. Soil is formed by weathering and gradation of rocks. Soil is formed by weathering and gradation of rocks. What is it? It is breaking down. Weathering and gradation is nothing but breaking down. By the natural process, it is breaking down. See, weathering is the process in which rock breaks into smaller pieces by natural factors like wind, moisture, heat, plants, and animals. Okay, weathering. What is weathering? It is a process by natural factors like wind, moisture, heat, plants, and animals. These sediments of rocks are carried to different places by natural agents like rivers, glaciers, wind and waves. Okay, these sediments of rocks are carried to different places by natural agents like rivers, glaciers, wind and waves. See, soil, it is the uppermost part of the earth's surface, right? You all can remember. Yes, no? Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth's surface. It is a mixture of mineral particles, rock sediments, water, air and humus. Okay, and formation of soil is a very slow process. The formation of soil is a very slow process. It takes thousands of years to form a one layer of soil. It takes thousands of years to form a one layer of soil. Soil is formed by weathering and gradation of rocks. Weathering is the process in which rocks break into smaller pieces. Weathering means it is a process in which rocks break into smaller pieces. That is by natural factors like wind, moisture, heat, plants and animals. These are all the natural factors where the rocks are breaking down into smaller pieces. And these sediments of rocks, these rock sediments, it is carried to different places by natural agents like rivers, glaciers, wind and waves. And by what? By the natural process of, by the natural agents like rivers, glaciers, wind and waves, these rock sediments are carried to different places. Okay. The most important factor of soil is its fertility. Not only the soil should be very fertile to grow the crops, right? The most important factor of soil is its fertility. Fertile soil is good for crops. Fertile soil, it is very good for crops. The fertility of soil varies from place to place. The fertility, it varies from one place to another place. Manure and fertilizers are added to the soil to make it fertile. Manure and fertilizers, chemical fertilizers are added to the soil to make it fertile. Okay, this is what about soil. Now, types of soil. Soil is classified into different types on the basis of its origin, color and composition. Soil is classified into different types. Soil is classified into different types. On what basis? On the basis of its origin, color and composition, whether it is fertile or no. On that basis, and the color and its origin. According to this, all these things, soil is classified into different types. What are those? See, soil found in India is classified into following groups. Soil which is found in India, it is classified into following groups. Which are those? Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, desert or sandy soil. Okay, these are the different types of soil which is classified. Okay, in our India we can see all these types of soil. Which are those? Once again I'll repeat. See, alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, desert soil. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. See, close your eyes and tell now. Alluvial soil, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, mountain soil and desert soil. Yes, no? These are the 6 types of soil which we can see in our India. Okay? Now one by one we are going to learn about alluvial soil. What is this? Alluvial soil. It is a very fertile soil. Where we have learnt about this? In the northern mountains and in the northern plains. In that chapter we have learnt. Yes, no, about alluvial soil. Yes, no. Alluvial soil is the most fertile type of soil. It is found in the northern and the coastal plains. Yes, it is found in the northern and the coastal plains, where we can see this more in the northern and the coastal plains. We can see this. The rivers flowing down the Himalayas and the Deccan Plateau brings this type of soil. The rivers flowing down the Himalayas and the Deccan Plateau brings this type of soil. It is sandy and clayey in texture and grey in color. It is sandy little bit and clayey in the texture and it is grey in color. It is very fertile. It is suitable for crops like rice, wheat, maize, sugarcane, cotton, jute, pulses, oilseeds and vegetables. It is very good for the crops like rice, wheat, maize, sugarcane, cotton, jute, pulses, oilseeds and vegetables. These all crops can be grown in this alluvial soil. It is very good for these crops. Which is this? It is alluvial soil because it is flowing from the glaciers. It is flowing from the northern plains and coastal plains. Yes, no? It is flowing through the rivers from the northern plains and coastal plains to the Deccan Plateau. Yes, no? This soil is brought down by the rivers to the Deccan Plateau through the Himalayas, northern plains, yes, no, coastal plains. So this soil is very fertile, alluvial soil. It is very good for the crops to grow. And next is black soil. Black soil is formed from lava rocks. Black soil is formed from the lava rocks. It is also called black lava soil. It is also called as black lava soil. This black soil, it is formed from the lava. It is formed from the lava rocks. Okay, so it is black in color. This black soil is formed from the lava rocks, so it is black in color. It is also called black lava soil. It is also called as black lava soil. It is found in Deccan Plateau area, which covers Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. It is found where? It is found in Deccan Plateau area, which covers Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. In these places, we can see this black soil. Okay. The texture of black soil is clayey. It is very clayey. The texture of the black soil is clayey. It is impermeable. Hence, it can retain large amount of moisture for long duration. Because it is very clayey, it can hold the water. It can be moisture. It can hold the water for long period, long duration. This quality makes it suitable for the crops like cotton, sugarcane, wheat and millets. So this soil, it is very good, suitable for crops like cotton, sugarcane, wheat and millets. In this soil, we can grow cotton, sugarcane, wheat and millets. It is also called black cotton soil as cotton is widely cultivated in this soil. It is also called as black cotton soil as cotton is more, widely means very, very, very more. Okay, this cotton, it is more grown in this soil, where in this black soil. So this black soil is also called as black cotton soil. Understood? Now comes to red soil. Red soil, in the sense, in the name only, it is that the soil will be in red color. Yes, no? Red soil is red in color due to the presence of iron in large quantity. See, in this soil, more iron is present. It seems iron, the presence of iron is in large quantity. This type of soil is found in Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Jharkhand. This type of soil where we can see in Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Jharkhand. In these states, we can see this red soil, which is that, once again I'll repeat, see, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Jharkhand. In these 6 states, we can see this red soil. Red soil is less fertile. It is very less fertile. It becomes suitable for cultivation if fertilizers are added to it. It becomes suitable for the cultivation. It is very less fertile. Okay, this red soil is very less fertile. And we can grow the crops here when we use fertilizers. If we want to grow the crops, if we want to do cultivation, we have to use some fertilizers to grow the crops. And crops like cotton, wheat, rice, millets, pulses and tobacco can be grown in this type of soil. And which are the crops? It is like cotton, wheat, rice, millets, pulses and tobacco. These are the types of crops. These are the crops which we can grow in this red soil by using fertilizers. Okay. And next come to laterite soil. Laterite soil develops as a result of leaching in areas with high temperature and rainfall. Laterite soil develops. Laterite soil is formed as a result of leaching in areas with high temperature. This laterite soil is formed as a result of leaching. Okay, as a result of leaching in the areas where it is very high temperature. There we can see this laterite soil, and where there is very high rainfall. It becomes suitable for cultivation when manure is added to it. This soil also, laterite soil also, it is not fertile. If you want to grow the crops in that, we have to add some manure and fertilizers. If we add that, we can grow the crops. Where we can see this soil? It is Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh and Assam. In these places, we can see this laterite soil. See, once again, I'll tell the places. Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh and Assam. In these places, we can see this soil. And what are the crops cultivated here? It is cashew nut, coconut, rubber and coffee. These are the crops which we can grow here in this soil. And it is also used for making bricks for construction. For construction we use bricks, right? Red color bricks we use. That bricks are made by using this laterite soil. Okay, and all the pictures of the soils, it is given in the textbook. After the lesson you can see the textbook. Okay, and this laterite soil, it is used to prepare the bricks for construction. Next comes to mountain soil. In the name only we can know it is found in mountains. This mountain soil is also known as forest soil. This mountain soil is also known as forest soil. This is loamy and rich in humus. This soil is loamy and it is rich in humus. This soil is very, very fertile. It is very fertile. It is found on hill slopes of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. This soil, it is very fertile. Okay, and where we can see this? In the hill slopes of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. In these places we can see this mountain soil. And terrace farming is also done in these areas. Terrace farming is also done in these areas. Wheat, maize, barley, tea, coffee and spices are grown in this type of soil. Which are the crops grown here? It is wheat, maize, barley, tea, coffee and spices are grown in this type of soil. Okay, and next is the last one, desert or sandy soil. Desert soil is sandy and saline. It is very sandy and saline. It has low moisture and humus content. It has very low moisture and low humus content. It is found in the desert areas of Rajasthan. It is found in the desert areas of Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana. Here we can see this soil, desert soil. Desert soil is not fertile. It is not a fertile at all. If water is made available for irrigation, crops like wheat, millets, barley, maize and pulses can be grown. If and it is not fertile also, and also no water also there. So for the soil also we should add some fertilizers, and if the water is available in that place, in that particular place where the water is available, we can grow some crops. So what it is? Wheat, millets, barley, maize and pulses. These crops can be grown here in this desert soil by with the help of water and using the fertilizers. Okay. And this was about the different types of soils. It's no alluvial soil. It is very good fertile soil. Yes, no, it is. We are getting this soil from the Himalayas, from the northern plains, coastal plains. We can see this with the help of rivers. It is flowing to different parts of the state, right? And black soil. It is also very good fertile soil. And red soil. More iron is present in this. So no fertile at all. It is not fertile. And this black soil, it is also called as black lava soil and also black cotton soil. It's no, because more cotton is grown in this black soil. So it is also called as black cotton soil. And red soil, by using fertilizers we can grow some crops here. And laterite soil, no fertile at all. We should use manures also and fertilizers also to grow the crops. And this laterite soil, it is mainly used to make the bricks for construction purpose. Okay, and this mountain soil, it has more, it is like somewhat, it is loomy and very rich in humus. So it is a very good fertile soil. We can grow crops in this also. And where we can see this? In the northern part of India, like Jammu, Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh. In these places we can see. Okay. And lastly is the desert soil, where we can see this in the places of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana. Yes, no, in these places we can see here this soil is very sandy and saline. Here we have to add the fertilizers also, and water is also not available. If the water is available, by using fertilizers to the soil, we can grow some crops. Okay, understood? What is soil? The uppermost of the earth's surface is called the soil. It takes thousands of years to form a one layer of soil. Yes, no, by breaking down of the rocks, weathering and gathering of the rocks makes the soil. Yes, no, and the different types of soil we have learned. Now the last part, last topic of this soil lesson, conservation of soil. How to conserve? The upper fertile layer of soil gets loose due to cutting down of trees. This upper layer of the fertile soil is going lost. It is going lost by what? Due to cutting down the trees. If the trees are not cut down, the trees will hold down the soil through the river or through the winds. When the soil is flowing or soil is moving, the trees will hold the soil. So the fertile soil will be there only. If we are cutting down the trees, soil will be moving. Yes, no? So we should avoid cutting down the trees. The loose layer of soil is carried away by rainwater and strong winds. See this loose layer of the soil, the uppermost layer of the soil, it is carried away by rainwater and strong winds. This is called soil erosion. The uppermost layer, the loose layer of the soil is carried away by the Wind, strong winds and rainwater. This is called as soil erosion. To prevent soil erosion, the following steps should be taken. How to prevent the soil erosion? 1. More trees should be planted, especially along hill slopes. In the hill slopes, more trees should be planted. And apart from that, we should not cut down the trees. Okay? Fields should not be kept barren as roots of plants hold the soil and prevent erosion. Fields should not be kept barren because the roots of the plants will hold the soil to prevent erosion. Overgrazing of land should stop. Overgrazing of land should also be stopped. And organic and natural fertilizers should be used. Organic and natural fertilizers also should be used for this. Okay. I hope you all have understood. This is what your lesson about soils in our India. And till this chapter, your notes should be completed. Today, no EVS homework. Sit and complete your EVS classwork. Till this chapter, it should be completed. Okay, understood? I'll stop my class here. I hope you all have understood. Those who have the textbook, once you refer your textbook. Those who don't have, what I told you all. Okay, once you recall and check with your rough notebooks. Thank you, students.